live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri. It's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. It's a beautiful Friday morning. Still cool out there this morning. A little bit of overcast, a little bit of sun. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm happy you're here. We're going to have some fun today. I'm going to be all over the place, I'll be honest. I've got all kinds of stuff going on today, so you never know what you're going to get today. So who am I? What are we doing? This is Wake Up with Greg, daily morning show, 8:30 a.m. Central, right here on our Palin Music Band and Orchestra channel to share the coolest instruments on the web for you. These are instruments that are available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006 or checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com. I've got a fun Friday feast, festival. I don't know what we're going to call it. I got some French horns and then I've got just something different. It doesn't start with an F, so I can't get the alliteration in there. I don't know what it's going to be. But I may play something today, but I'm not playing a French horn. So we'll see how that goes. So you're going to have to stay tuned because the fun piece will be towards the end. It's all going to be fun, but you know, you want to stay tuned for the really wacky part. All right, we got, my brother Vincent is here. Good morning, Vincent. Mom is here. Mike is here. Good morning to you all. Thank you for your support and being on the show. So yeah, we've got the live stream chat going on. That is a great way for us to interact with each other. You can leave your comments, ask your questions.
I'm not sure I understand.
Siri's talking over here. I don't know what's going on. You can probably turn that thing off. I don't know. Anyway, Siri just doesn't understand what's going on here. But that's okay because we understand it and we're going to have some fun. So in addition to the cool instruments, we have we share music, we share fun.
Here's some music picked just for you.
I don't know what's going on over here. You need to unplug that thing or something. Here, let's do this. I'm going to step aside just for a second. All right, I killed her. She's dead. All right. So where was I? Yeah, cool stuff, fun music, laughs. I've got just a variety of things for you today. You never know what it's going to be. And so Friday is John Gage is here. Good morning, John. I've already lost my train of thought. Siri messed me up here. We've got to stop saying her name because she's probably going to start talking again. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. So yeah, hit the like button. Share this with all your friends, family, relatives, so on and so forth. Hit the subscribe button. We're still in the 1520s, so it's been a little slow this week for subscribers, but I know you're out there. We can bump those numbers up, so I would appreciate any help you can provide for us. And then the bell icon so you can get notified, you know, all that good stuff. So it all helps us out so that we can show you more cool things. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day. We're going to get things rolling here. With the chat, please be polite, kind, appropriate, friendly. Let's just have some fun with it. Don't bog it down with any inappropriate things or politics or religion or any of that kind of stuff. So let's just keep it clean and fun. And let me know where you're watching from. I'm here in Springfield, Missouri. Would like to know where you guys are as well. So we're going to jump into some French horns and other instruments here in a brief moment. But first, we got to say a fine Friday morning. Good morning to Jordan.
Hey, good Friday fun morning.
See, Jordan can't talk today either. We're just, it's been a long week, guys. This is our back to school season. And this is like our first Christmas of 2 Christmases in the year. And we do just a ton of business this time of year. And everybody is working extra hours and overtime and just running crazy and stressed out. So, yeah, we're losing our minds around here, but it's a good thing because, business is good and we're out there helping kids get started in music. So it's a beautiful thing, but we're all a little tired right now. So there it is. We're just going to make it happen. So it's good to see you today, brother.
Hey, you too.
Appreciate all you do, keeping all the technology in control over here.
Yeah,
You just never know what's going to happen.
Siri's trying to take over the
She's
show.
trying to take over the show. Yep, she does that. All right. Well, shall we jump in?
Yeah.
Let's jump.
Let's jump in.
All right, I'm diving in, going deep. All right, what do we do first?
Shirt and watch
Shirt
is
and watch.
first.
A shirt and watch and
What?
something. Hey, you got to stay tuned to watch.
Oh, whoa.
We're going to go in a kind of a reverse order here. We've got the watch for all of you guys that love watches. You guys know I'm a watch collector fan. I'm just really crazy into it. I can't afford like the super high-end nice watches, the Rolexes and the Omegas and the Patek Philippe's and the Jaeger LeCoultres and all those. I would love to be able to do that. So I sit and dream about them all day long. But I do have some really cool watches in my collection. Most of them gifts from my beautiful wife, who is the soft-spoken fella behind the camera. Well, that's Jordan. He's my production assistant. You're the producer of the show, basically.
I guess so.
Yeah. So
More to the side of the camera.
more to the side of the camera. But he's got a great voice, though, right? He's always been told he's got a face for radio. So
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the watch and the shirt. Let's talk about the watch. The watch is a Movado. You know what? I'm tired of showing watches upside down and sideways. So there you go. This is my Movado Museum. This is a watch that I wanted as soon as I knew they were even a thing back in the, may have been the mid 80s, late 80s, when they came out with this museum design, just, no numbers, no markers, just the 12 o'clock, the moon at the 12 o'clock. So I call it the moon, or whatever you want to call it. But my wife gave me this for my 50th birthday, which was, a while ago now. But now I put it on upside down. I can't read it backwards. What time is it? I don't know. It's 4:30. It's not late. It's early. Okay. Moving on. The shirt. The shirt is Tommy Bahama. You guys know I have a deep love for Tommy Bahama and Daniel Cormier, my two favorite men's clothing shirt designers and so on. And it's Friday, people do Hawaiian shirts on Friday in the offices all over the country. It's not like a law or anything, but I just know a lot of people do it. I think we do it over at our warehouse and whatnot. So anyway, Hawaiian shirt day. So we got the pink with the all the palm fronds and different leaves on there. So you kind of love that. And so the bonus, I don't even know if I can do this. I've got matching socks. Look at that. What? I've got socks that have palm trees and all kinds of fun stuff. And they're pink and blue too. So there you go. Socks, shirt, watch, game on. Let's dig into some horns, shall we? Oh man, it's Friday. Depeche Mode, is that the name there? I appreciate that. Depeche Mode. I like it. My father-in-law used to call that band Depeche a la mode, like ice cream a la mode kind of deal. All right, what do we got up for you first? First up, we've got a Yamaha Allegro double French horn. And man, I got to talk to my crew again, leaving these things all fingerprinty for me. We've got a two-piece bell here, or detachable bell. So we're going to start with that and grab the body here. We're going to put these two pieces together. So what do we have here? The Allegro, this is the Yamaha YHR 570DAL. So we got the D for Allegro. Let's get that one. Come on, we can do this. There we are. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Very tight tolerances on the bell screw there, so really nice and easy to assemble. Look, I did that one-handed. Can you believe that? All right. So let's take a look. Dun, 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 with my face hiding behind it. Yamaha YHR 570DAL. D for detachable bell, AL for Allegro. This is an intermediate horn with professional features based on the famous Yamaha 567. Which is a fantastic horn. This has a 12.5-inch medium throat bell with a 472 bore. We have the four rotors with brass rotor caps. We have the adjustable fourth rotor thumb trigger there. Can I get that? You can see that there. The adjustable linkage. You can lengthen or shorten that for comfort in playing position. A double horn, for those of you who don't know, are keyed in B flat and F, and the triggers, or that fourth thumb trigger rotor there, is what changes it from the B flat to, or B flat. We'll just go from the B flat side to the F side. So you can see, maybe you can see, there are two sets of slides here, tuning slides, divided there, and they all are set in a certain way to provide the proper pitch. So when you hit that fourth rotor, it gives us, George, I would love to give you a tune. I am not a brass player in any stretch of the imagination. I'm not even sure I would be able to produce a sound on this. Isaac Singh is here though. Good morning, Isaac. Welcome back to the show. George, where are you watching from? George, is it Smith or Smythe? Anyway, so what else do we have here? This is all yellow brass, hand-hammered bell, nickel silver slides with tapered rotors, nickel silver spatulas, and all of those other goodies. So string rotor connection, which gives you a very light, smooth, fast action, as opposed to the mechanical linkage. I think that's all the news that's fit to print on this. This is a great horn for an advancing high school player. It will be great for a college player as well. Intermediate level, but has professional features. So Isaac, I play saxophone and clarinet primarily, and we'll demonstrate a little bit of that here in a bit. So anyway, this is on special on our website right now at palinmusic.com, or you can check out our Reverb page at reverb.com, or you can give me a call at 417-882-7006. Let me see if I can get you can you see the logo and stuff there? There you go. Is that upside down? I guess it is upside down. Here, let's turn it this way. So you can read it. There you go, look at there. Yamaha Allegro. Okay, so there you go. Now I gotta take this one apart to fit it back in the case. See if I can undo that. Very simple and easy there. A little harder with the gloves on because it makes it a little slippery. But as I always say, we don't want to make these things all fingerprinty now. Keep them nice and clean. All right, so that can go back in its little hidey hole in the case there. Really nice, heavy duty, hard shell case, traditional case with lots of accessory storage space in there. So that's the Allegro YHR 570 DAL. Check it. This is also available now with a fixed bell with just the 570 AL without the D in there. So if you prefer one way or the other, the detachable bell just makes it a bit more easy to transport. You know, it's more compact as far as the case is concerned. And I can show you what I mean with the next one we've got coming up here in a moment. So I'm going to set this one down and grab the next one.
Yes. So, next you recommend music to us, but before that, Isaac asked, "What do you play?"
Well, yeah, I just didn't I just say that? I play saxophone and clarinet.
Oh, did you say that?
I did say that. I'm way ahead of you, Jordan, but
Well,
it's okay. We just needed to hear your voice again. So
That's the only reason I talked. I knew you answered that.
yeah, saxophone and clarinet are my primary instruments, and I've played them on the show for the past couple of weeks anyway, here and there. I don't do it every day, but enough so that you can see that, you know, I know how to play the instruments, or maybe I don't know how to play and don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yes, clarinet. I started clarinet when I was 10 years old. I started saxophone when I was, I don't know, 12, something like that.
Early.
Elementary school, yeah.
Cool.
5th grade. I wanted to start with the saxophone, but my teacher said my hands were too small, so I needed to start on clarinet first, but then it'd be an easy transition to saxophone. She was right about the easy transition. She wasn't right about my hands, though. I could play a saxophone. She just didn't want that many sax players in her band, I think is what it boiled down to. Good old Miss Quilling. Love Miss Quilling. She was about 4'8", had one of those Buster Brown haircuts, you know, just the straight hair. Oh. She had one of those crooked fingers, you know, like that, so she'd point at you, but it would like be point. But she was great. She was so cool. All right. Cool. Love you, Mrs. Quilling, if you're still out there and watching the show. Thank you for getting me started in the music. And Mom, too, for getting me on piano lessons. You know, all of my music teachers. I love you all.
Nice.
What sax do I own? I only own one at this point. I've had as many as 8. But my current saxophone is a 1950s Con 10M Ladyface series professional in silver. It was a U.S. military horn. Was made for one of the military bands back in the day. And yeah, so.
Sounds awesome.
It's my special girl. All right. What's next? I'm already off track. Where are we, Jordan?
I think you're about to tell us what instruments you played. I'm just kidding. Can you recommend music to us?
I can. This is a musical group. Man, my nose is itching. I apologize. This is a group I just discovered yesterday. Never knew they existed. I was listening to something, and you know when you're listening on Spotify and you're like listening to an album and then it kind of finishes the album and it goes off into similar music. Well, this one came up yesterday, and I figured since it's Hawaiian Shirt Friday, why not do something with a little bit of a Hawaiian theme? We got the Hawaiian coffee, we got the Hawaiian shirt. Let's talk about Big Kahuna and his Copa Cat Pack. Okay? What a great name for a band. Big Kahuna and his Copa Cat Pack. All right, and their song, this is a great song. This is the TV theme song to Hawaii Five-0. I mean, we're just getting it all together here. So those of you who don't know, Hawaii Five-0 was a very popular crime drama in the 70s. May have even started in the late 60s, I can't remember. Bookham Dano, you know, if you've ever watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. They did a reboot of the show a few years ago, like, I don't know, or was it early 2000s or 2010s? Do you have any idea?
It wasn't that long ago.
I was going to say not that long ago, so maybe within the last 10 years, maybe. Yeah. I don't know if it's still going on or if it was popular at all, but sometimes those reboots work, sometimes they don't. But the theme song to Hawaii Five-0 is a famous theme song, and these guys, Big Kahuna and the Copa Cat Pack, do an amazing big band swing version of the song. So I just thought it would be a whole heck of a lot of fun to share that with you guys today. We're going to add it right now to the... Oh, my phone's going off. We're going to add it right now to the Wake Up with Greg playlist on Spotify. Right there. Boom. I'm going to show you that. Wake Up with Greg. You can see the little green dot there. Public playlist I've made for all of you guys to be able to listen to all of the music that I have shared with you on this show for the last 130 plus episodes. We're zooming in on 150 already, guys. It's going to be in the next week or two coming up. So I can't believe it. It's insane how fast this is going. So anyway, if you like a good time with music, you like big band swing, you like Hawaii, you like coffee, you like me, you like Tommy Bahama, it all works together. Big Kahuna and the Copa Cat Pack, Hawaii Five-0 theme. Check it out on Spotify right now on the Wake Up with Greg playlist. Let me know what you think. I hope you love it. I think you will. I certainly do. They've got a few albums out. I think, interestingly enough, I was just listening to the album this morning, and they do And the Angels Sing on that album, which is a famous big band tune. And Rosemary Clooney, one of my favorite female artists of all time, performed that song multiple. The last time I saw her do it was with the Benny Goodman Orchestra, one of his last televised concerts back in the early 80s. But I'll be darned if I think she was on this album and sang that song, because it sounded like her kind of at the end of her career, but it was still so much her. And I haven't done the research on it yet to find out, because they didn't list her on the, at least on Spotify. So I'm going to dig in. But anyway, Rosemary Clooney, love her. All right, so that's the musical choice for the day. Let's dig into horn number 2. And by horn, I mean French horn. This one comes from the famous Kahn company, the CG Kahn company, part of the big Kahn-Selmer conglomerate now. This is the model 6D. And like I was talking about the case, when you have a fixed bell French horn, these cases, they're just awkward, they're They're oddly shaped. They don't fit in a lot of, overhead compartments and different things because they're just, sometimes they don't even fit in band lockers. It's just kind of a mess. But the horns, who cares about the case? The horns are amazing. 6D, this is an intermediate to entry pro level horn. Let's pop this guy open. Not going to look a whole lot different from the previous one, except for the fact that the bell is fixed and not detachable. Feels like this one's a little bit heavier weight though, which is kind of interesting, just out of the box. Thank you, Jordan. All right, the case is safe. Great. All right, so here we go. We'll try starting out. Get my fingers out of there. Conn 6D, there you go. One of the more famous Conn models, the 8D, of course, is the industry standard, the most widely used French horn in the world, in symphonies and orchestras all around the world. But this is the kind of pared down version of that. This is the 6D. So what we have here, we've got a 468 bore, so a little bit smaller bore than the Yamaha, but we have a 12-inch small throat bell, yellow brass, tapered rotors. What do we got here? There we go. The last person to use this didn't lubricate it. There we go, now we're moving. Okay, sometimes they sit for a little bit. So let me show you the trigger, the fourth trigger mechanism on this. Little different linkage and mechanism than the other one. Not adjustable as far as the position of that thumb hook there, or thumb lever, but still very comfortable in its position. All nickel silver outer slides, all yellow brass tubing, and hand hammered one piece yellow brass bell. So that is the Conn 6D. Live on our website right now, palinmusic.com. Give me a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our reverb page at reverb.com. There's the bell. These take up a lot of screen space, don't they? All right, so that's the French horn. We've got 2 French horns down. We've got 1 non-French horn coming up. A little bit of an interesting piece there. So feel free, if you got any questions about these horns or anything else, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer. Or, questions, comments about anything else. That's what we're here for, to interact and have some fun. All right, 1 down, 1 to go. What do we got left, Mr. Jordan? Or what's next, I should say.
What's next is something cool. Can you show us something cool?
Something cool. Well, I can. There's a little bit of a chill in the air this morning. I know if you go to Walmart or Target or whatever, all of the Halloween decorations are already out. You can get your costumes, get them ready. We jumpstart fall. We jumpstart, I'm sure, like tomorrow, the Christmas stuff is going to be out, I'm sure. But one step at a time, we're just finally through the back to school rush, and now we start thinking about fall and, the weather getting colder, changing out the wardrobes and all that stuff. But there is a new movie coming out, and I think it opens this weekend, or it may have already opened this week, I don't know. But the movie is Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice 2. I think it's Beetlejuice 2 or just Beetlejuice
More Beetlejuice.
Returns or something. More Beetlejuice. Beetle. I hope he may not. If I say it 3 times, he's going to pop up on the screen here. That would be scary. But so we're going to go see it tomorrow, my wife and I. So I figured, why not talk about the original Beetlejuice, BAM, which came out, 20, 30 years ago. Let's see, 1988. At least, so that's at least 25, 27, almost 30 years, getting close to it. Such an iconic film, a comedic horror classic. It's funny, scary. It's not like scary, like you're going to have nightmares about it. But one of Michael Keaton's most famous and iconic roles. And the fact that he came back to reprise his character again is just fantastic. Winona Ryder is back as well. Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin in this original. They're the ones on the Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis. I don't know if they make an appearance in the new film or not. We'll find out tomorrow, and I'll give you a report on Monday. But, you know, usually when I talk about films, I talk about them because they've got either a great score or a great soundtrack. We try to keep the music tie-in. Now, there's nothing Hawaiian about this, except maybe, the Banana Boat song that is made famous in this movie by the great Harry Belafonte. Fantastic scene in this movie where they're all kind of possessed and dancing around to the Banana Boat song. Day-o! All right, so it's not necessarily Hawaiian, but tropical in theme and nature, so we're trying to keep it all tied together. But let's talk for a brief moment about the greatness of the team of Tim Burton and Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman, the composer for this film, and I mean, he has got a sound that in two notes, or even sometimes just one note, you can tell it's a Danny Elfman score. I mean, just think of the great ones that he's done. There have been so many, I'll list a couple. The original, well, it shouldn't be the original, but like the reboot of Batman back in the 80s with Michael Keaton as Batman. I think that was one of Danny Elfman's first scores. And then, of course, I think he did Edward Scissorhands, I don't remember. But A Nightmare Before Christmas, I mean, come on, one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, and certainly musically one of the greatest scores. Christmas Town? Interesting. All right, let's see. What else? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, one of his more recent ones. I had another one in my head. Of course, the Beetlejuice films. There's been many, and I had some others in mind. I should have written them down. I apologize. But his sound is so original. Danny Elfman, for those of you who don't know, the original lead singer and writer for Oingo Boingo, a very popular band in the 80s. So, yeah, I mean, the guy is just a musical genius. His scores are so unique and so original and so fantastic. And the movie is just an absolute laugh riot piece of fun. And I'm hoping that the new one tomorrow is just as good, if not better. Mike just said it, Beetlejuice. Just rewatched the original last weekend, still wonderful. We have our tickets for Sunday. Nice. Yes, Elfman did do Pee-wee's Big Adventure as well, which that's one you don't usually think of as Danny Elfman, but yeah, he did do that one. That is very true, and that's another great film, by the way. Let's a moment of silence for Paul Rubens, the great Pee Wee Herman that we lost this last year. Super sad to lose him because that movie. There's no basement at the Alamo. All right, if you know, you know. All right, so that's enough about Beetlejuice. Get out there, watch the original, especially if you're going to watch the new one. I'm not sure if there's. I mean, yes, it's a sequel, so maybe you need to watch the first one to understand the second one. Maybe you don't. Some of these movies that come out like 25, 30 years after the original, they kind of stand on their own. So anyway, Beetlejuice, that's the movie to check out with the score by Danny Elfman, directed by Tim Burton. And then check out the new one this weekend or anytime over the next couple weeks while it's in the theaters. It's kind of one of those movies that sounds like it probably needs to be seen on a big screen. We love our big screens at home, but you can't compare an 80-inch screen on your wall to a 1,000-inch screen in a movie theater. So anyway, there you go. That's my cool thing for the day. Beetlejuice. Check it out. Woohoo! All right. Final horn of the day, and horn is kind of a loose term for this one because it is horn-ish. I don't know. Okay. What we have here is a failure to communicate. All right, Yamaha. What could this possibly be? If you've been watching the show since the beginning, you've maybe seen this once or twice on the show before, but I like to bring it out every now and then, at least until somebody buys it. This is the Yamaha YDS 150 for Yamaha digital saxophone. And it's mostly plastic, so I'm not going to worry about my gloves for this guy. But check it out. This is an electric or digital saxophone, wind controller, if you will. It is based on a saxophone, so the fingerings are almost identical. Actually, they are pretty well, yeah, they're straight up saxophone fingerings. All of the same keys that you would find on any soprano, alto, or tenor saxophone. With some additions. So it's very lightweight, but on the back here we have octave keys that take the octaves up and an octave key that takes the octaves down. And then we have like a pitch bend wheel over here that you can do with your thumb. So this does run on batteries, or you can plug it in and charge it. But it has a real brass bell on the end, so it looks more like a saxophone, and uses a real saxophone mouthpiece and reed. So I'm going to power this up. I've never played this before. I don't know how it works or what sounds what sounds I can get out of it, but I'm going to give it a shot, see what it does. Well, is there a volume? There's got to be a volume control. Yeah, there's volume buttons on there. So let's see if we can make any noise. Brace yourselves. No, hello? No? Oh, there's the volume. All right, well, it makes noise. I'm gonna. Oh, that's weird. Sounds kind of like a sax. This is really not going to do it justice here, guys, with this little itty bitty speaker inside this bell. It would certainly sound better plugged into something. Let's see. Oh. I don't know. So what is the purpose of something like this? I don't know that I'm going to attempt to do much more with this, but let's see. Yes, so a digital saxophone, what's the point? The point is, if you want to be able to sound like any other kind of instrument, but use an instrument fingering system that you're familiar with, this is a great way to go, because this has several, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it has, I'm sure, a few dozen, if not maybe over 100 different internal sounds. So wind instrument sounds, guitar sounds, piano sounds, drum sounds. You can make this sound like a drum machine and so on. But it is also a wind controller, so you can connect this to any kind of sound module or keyboard and use the sounds from those systems as well, which just broadens the horizon of what you can do with all kinds of synthesizer sounds and a variety of other things. So if that's your jam, if that's your thing, this is a really well-made and really cool instrument for that. The sounds in and of itself on its own, I'm more of a traditionalist. If I want to play the saxophone, I'm going to play a saxophone. I'm not going to play an electric one that sounds kind of like a saxophone. I want one that's going to actually be a saxophone. So, and I'm not saying that to disparage this at all. These have a place in the musical world. There are a lot of people. I mean, I think of Jay Beckenstein from Spyro Gyra. He played one of the first electronic saxophones called the Lyricon. The famous Michael Brecker was well known for the EWI, the electronic wind instrument, and I mean several others out there that have played. Jack Black with the saxo boom. Yeah, that's a little bit different, but you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to turn this off, and so I don't run the batteries down. Where's my power button? Come on, where are you? Way up there. Off. There we go. So anyway, this is the Yamaha YDS 150. It is a very cool, very versatile instrument. You can do a ton of stuff with this. I don't know, are those real mother of pearl key touches? They look like they could be. That would be awesome, but they're probably plastic. I don't know. Anyway, battery powered or rechargeable or plug it in. Certainly has all of the you can plug headphones into it. It's got an auxiliary input, so you can connect it to, you can play other things through this, which is a little strange, but there you go. It's got a strap hook on the back, adjustable thumb hook. So, and the key mechanism, you've got the high F sharp, you've got the front F, you've got the dual octave key, so octave up, octave down, plus the pitch bend wheel. You've got volume control, onboard volume control. You've got a voice mode you can change on there. I don't know what that other button is for. That's a function mode. So you can access other internal information as well. YDS 150 from Yamaha. It's a lot of fun. Check it out on the website right now, palinmusic.com, or give me a call at 417-882-7006. Or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com for a super smoking deal. And mention the show, we'll give you an added discount there as well. So I think we're running long today, guys. I've been long-winded the last couple of days.
That's okay.
So what do we got left, Mr. Jordan?
Did you bring some wisdom to share with us today?
Yes, I did. And this is just a super simple little quote. But the artist who said this said quote is Emmylou Harris. If any of you who know who she is, she's an American singer, songwriter, musician, band leader, and activist. Most well known for, she was really big in the 70s in the country rock movement scene that was going on at that time. In the 90s with the kind of Americana scene that kind of came about. So she's been prolific for years. Famous for her group that she put her, let's call it a super group or a power group, called Trio with Linda Ronstadt and Dolly Parton. The three of them together, just a powerhouse of musical amazement. I don't know what else you can want to say it. And here's what Emmylou Harris says about music. And again, fun and simple. Where there are dogs and music, people have a good time. Where there are dogs and music, people have a good time. There has never been a truer statement ever said about music, especially if you're a dog people like we are. Love my puppies at home. Jasper and Grant, if you're watching, I love you. Be good boys. Anyway, that's the show, guys. It's Friday. Get out there and enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day outside. It's not going to be too hot. I mean, I don't know where it is, around the country, but right here in Springfield, Missouri, it feels good. So we're going to have a great weekend, and I love you guys. I'm so glad you watch and support the show. We'll be back Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. Central right here. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and do all that. Have a great weekend. Let me leave you with this. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. Take care, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.